Okay, this is your Tampa Bay wallpaper installer here in the Tampa Bay area doing a repair on a textile wall covering, okay? They had put lights in here, and so they upset the edges of the wall covering that come right up against the lighting. And so I just want to show you that if you do a wall covering, textile wall covering repair, this is what I want you to keep in mind. This type of wall covering can come on and off. You can actually, if you prepare the walls properly and you let it dry, you can actually reuse a textile wall covering. So this is what I would suggest that you do. You see how I'm protecting the bottom of the wall covering here with tape? So I put it on both sides. I want to protect the wall covering, but also the underside. You're not supposed to get that wet with glue. If you do, it could lead to a detrimental appearance, maybe, if you put too much. So what I would suggest that you do is cover it with tape so that when you reapply your glue right here, that it doesn't wet the backside of the wall covering. And then as the instructions initially called for, you want this glue to tack up. You don't want it to be wet when you put the textile back on the tacky surface, because that would present a problem for adhesion, and also it could stain, and likely would stain right through the textile wall covering itself. And so this is a finished edge that I just did. This is all tacked up. I had to wait a good 40 minutes for it to tack up and dry. And now there will be a decorative flange that comes over this thing, just like the trim on a piece of sheetrock, or the trim that you see on the skirt of your vehicle right above the tire. And so it's going to look nice and beautiful. So the main thing I'm telling you here to do is to make sure that you protect the wall covering on each side. I took my fingers and got them in there. I took a paintbrush, got the glue in there. And right now it's pretty wet. And so that's why you don't want the wall covering going near it, because it has to wait so long. The wall covering will start relaxing, and then you'll have contact with the wet surface. Another thing I did, and the last thing I'll tell you, is that I want you to pull it back. Don't bend it, but give it a radius. Don't give it a 90-degree bend, because you might never get it out. And you just pull it back. You see what I mean by radius? It's a curve. So you're just kind of pulling it over like you would a curtain. If you bend it, you might put a permanent crease in it, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so that's the end of the little tip. This is Spencer, the Tampa Bay wallpaper installer. You can reach me at 813-666-7002. Thank you.